bari biyo ken kontan batale bari natal pour kanna bunno ko jibe
ito kontantale makura bari ala ya lonte man kontande makura kana nyina ko teninte belbe tuba dudula kili ngoto
woto nyarti kay
ngokko di bakato ngoki nan jang pour yena dula dada ni tata na dula to makura ala ya lon njuso malla ama hani futa dula to dula din anu birite loro commencé woni bitema ama hani me
non ama me to nyalom
ke bara fonye mune muy la kulloti
ndela kullu balu woldi
balu way fo balu ko loro fanankele
ikal loro fanankele
ñin kunna soniyata ta www.baluwo.com anin baluwo isela bulloran jorangol be sang anila kudula asatare mambata jorangol membu ko cementol kenyo babarol nil peruol woni nga nyon jamal ta baluwo.com yin jorangol be sang ila dinkira bado adungite batala je anin baluwo ifangole marate la kudula.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yona Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, takaful fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yona Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yona Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yona head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yona branch located countrywide near you.
Good afternoon or good morning still to everyone that is watching us. Good afternoon to the honorable councillors that have flanked me here, and Mr. Bafude, who is the local market committee chairman of the Brikama market. The purpose of this press briefing is to update the public about the ongoing challenges that Brikama Area Council is facing with the Operation Clear the Roads. Because the Operation Clear the Roads, what we have seen in Brikama is that they're not engaged in clearing the roads, but they've been engaged in demolishing the Brikama market. We have had an issue with them before. We sat, we had an agreement, and then they came and violated their own part of that agreement. And as a result, the council had to respond or react to the same thing. Our position is we don't mind operation. We have so many roads in Brikama. Why is the operation obsessed with Brikama market? Why are they only obsessed in demolishing the Brikama market? This is our number one issue with them. I will give people a bit of a background. The reason why Brikama Area Council allocated stalls along the streets surrounding the Brikama market, it's because we are mandated to do so by the law of this land. The Local Government Act clearly stated what council can do and what council cannot do. Our functions are clearly spelled out there. And I want everybody to be very clear about this, because some people will say, we like to cause trouble, or we like to cause problem, or we are stirring problems or tension. But this is the reality. Anybody who understands the functions of the council would have to appreciate what we are doing and why we are doing it, and why we are challenging operation clear the roads whenever it comes to the Brikama market or whenever it comes to the demolition of stalls within our market corridor in Brikama. The law is clearly stated under the Local Government Act, and I am going to read it so that people understand this position. Under Local Government Act, under the functions of local government, that is clearly spelled under Part 2 of subsection 48 of the Local Government Act. It's an addendum at the back of the Local Government Act. It clearly stated this, and this is the particular section and paragraph that is very important, and I'm going to read it out. It says the functions of the local government is, under section 18, is to prohibit, restrict, regulate, or license A, the sale or hawking of wares or the erection of stalls on any street or the use of any part of the street or public place for the purpose of carrying on trade, any trade, business or profession. The Local Government Act says this is our function. This is what we can do. So let's spell this out for people to understand. Erection of stalls on any street. Because this is one of the things that they don't understand. They don't understand what is meant by a street. Because they will come here, they said, NRA, under the NRA Act, the particular section they rely on is under section 10(1) of the NRA Act. That one says, and I'm going to read that out as well for people to understand that. It says, notwithstanding any existing law to the contrary, the authority shall be responsible for the administration, control, construction, and maintenance of all roads. This is what the NRA Act says. So that says they are responsible for the administration, control, construction, and maintenance of all roads. All roads, it says. The Local Government Act says council has a function and has an authority to install, to erect stalls on any street. Now, roads are mentioned on the NRA Act, streets are mentioned in the Local Government Act. Now let me define the two and make people understand the two. What is a street? A street is any public road that has building on both sides of the road. That is what is called a street. Any public road that has buildings on both sides of it, it's classed as a street. It says a road is anything that goes into a forest, open countryside, and other things that would be classed as a road. Then what we have in Brikama, they are all streets. In many countries, when a high road enters into a city, they call it a high street. Because it is a road that is flanked by buildings on both sides of the road. You can easily define this. Even if you Google it, it will tell you. So, the NRA Act came in 2003. Local Government Act has been here since 2002. If we all follow the law and we all follow our jurisdiction, our limits, we shouldn't have a problem. If NRA comes on any road and they find that someone has erected a stall, they should ask, who gave you the authority to erect these stalls? If the person said it is council, NRA should know that Local Government Act has given council that mandate. Because I read it to you, it says not only any street, it also said any public place. It says the erection of stalls on any street or the use of any part of the street or public place for the purpose of carrying trade, business, or profession. This is the law. The same law that NRA is relying on is the same law that we are also relying on. We are relying on Local Government Act. Both of these laws have been passed by the Parliament of the Gambia. Their law is not powerful than ours, and it doesn't take precedence over ours. They are all equal laws. So if you're doing your job, we are doing our job, why are you encroaching into ours? This is the question mark. But every time they come into our territory, pretending that they have control over the local government doesn't even exist. If you want to amend the powers or you want to reduce or limit our powers, tell Parliament to change the law. The law is here for a purpose. It's not here only to be written in the books like a novel that people read. No, these have effects. And we took an oath to apply this law to the letter. And that's exactly what councils have been doing. And that is what this council has been doing. Now they said it is for road safety. That's why they want to demolish they want to demolish streets that are within our market. And we told them that is not the solution. If you want to reduce speed or you want to make the road safe, you have many options. If you think the cars are going to be overspeeding, put bumps there, speed bumps, to force the vehicle drivers to reduce their speed. If you think that is still not sufficient enough, come with other measures, give them fines, speed limits and all these other things. Or let's divert the roads, let's create more options for vehicles. If they have more options, they wouldn't be just plying on only one road or one high street, as it is happening in Brikama. They said they are building roads. They're building everything. The NRA is responsible for roads. We told NRA very clearly, Brikama is too populated and so many people pass through Brikama to go to Gunjur, to go to Sanyan, to go to all these other places through this one road. Create alternative roads. We can even have one way on this side, one way on that side. Even if council should come in and also contribute and do our part contribution, that would help. But they're not coming up with those options. Instead, what they want to do is to abuse powers. The police are telling us that they have orders. How can orders supersede the law? The law is very clear. The law said council has authority to erect stalls on any street, on any public space for the purpose of carrying out trade, business, or profession. That is what the law said. How can you come and then pay oblivion to that law and you are telling me you have orders from the top? Are those people who are giving you those orders, are they above the law? They shouldn't be above the law. So this is the position of the council. The council is saying the law is here to be obeyed. It's not here to be read as a novel, but it is here to be obeyed. And everyone has to obey the law. We are acting within the limits of the mandate that is given to us by the law. We erect stalls on the streets. And in fact, on this occasion, what makes it even more painful, they came on the first occasion, they demolished everything. This was the money-led one. Demolished everything, even inside the market, they demolished stalls. They would tell you that historically those places used to be roads. But you know, let me tell them this. You see, from Nana Junction to GTSC, there was a highway there. It was in fact the original Trans-Gambia Road. But during Yahya Jammeh time, when they realized that that area was subsumed by market and they cannot force people from there, you know what they've done? They created the diversion. Now you don't take that straight route. What you do is you go to the Gunjur Junction and then bend and go. Because they understand that when the market needs a road, the roads give the way. It's not the market that gives the way to the road. This is everywhere. In Serakunda, Dipakunda, the road gave way to the market. In everywhere else. So when Yahya Jammeh's government was here, they also realized that inside that market, we used to have a car park there, a car garage. But they realized that Brikama was getting populated and the market was getting congested. The need for the market was more important than the car garage. They moved the garage from there and they took it to another place and they expanded the market. That is what they have done. That road now, no one plies that road. It is part of the market. That is the one they even came, they said historically that was the road and they were going to clear that as part of the operation, clear the road. You see how backward these people think? That's how backward they were thinking. They're not progressing, they want to retrogress. They want to go back. Because the people at the time when they were changing that place from a high road to a market, they realized that this road is now needed by a market. And if we allow the vehicles to go through this road, we will have accidents. People are bound to be knocked by cars. To avoid that, let's divert traffic to another route and let the people use that. That is what sensible, reasonable governments do. But this government, they want to pay oblivion to all the laws and use force, power, abuse it anyhow they like, to come after vulnerable people whose only crime is to try and earn a living within the market and sell. They're not stealing anything from anybody. They're not committing any crime. And all the stalls that they are occupying have been given or allocated to them by this council. And it is in the mandate, core mandate of this council to allocate the stalls to them. But this time around, to make the matters even worse, when they demolished everything during Mane time, we had a fracas with them. Because when they were doing it, we didn't challenge them. But when we concrete our own road, and then that road needed at least 28 grace period to get stronger, they decided, we said to the mobile women traders to start selling on that portion, because we do not want vehicles to be plying on that road. Otherwise, they will damage the road. What did they do? They came there and they started chasing the women and even causing their big truck to run over that one. We had to confront them. We did that. They came here. We had an agreement. The agreement is they will avoid our market. They even clearly demarcated the roads that they said are going to be affected by their operation. Those roads are from Boxbar Junction, the main highway, that is from Jaoel all the way to Gunjur Junction, all the way to Brikama Central Mosque, and the other road coming down to from Gunjur Junction to Nana Junction, all the way down to out of the Brikama. They said these are the highways which will be affected by their operation. The next two roads they mentioned is the road coming from the church to the hospital, and then the road from Boxbar to the garage. They said these roads will be affected by their operation. Say they do not want us to allocate any vendors at those areas. We agreed. Even though the law said we can do anywhere we want to do it, and the police and everybody should respect that. But just to maintain peace and to have peace, to accommodate peace with these people, we said we agree. The rest of the other road, we left it like it was. Because it was demolished, we didn't touch it. Their own leader of operation that they identified to us, King Koli, came here with some members of the team. They met with the vice chairman and then the market committee and some members of the council. They categorically made it clear to them. They made it clear to them that the road from the hospital all the way down to the council and then further down to Methodist School, we can allocate it to vendors. In fact, the only advice King gave is that we should make sure that between the stalls and the road, we should leave 1 meter road corridor there for pedestrians. We did all of that. The operation came here, I think Wednesday or Tuesday. They even publicized it. They said the roads that fall within their mandate are all cleared, and they took pictures, they shared it on social media. That was Wednesday. Or maybe Tuesday. Thursday, another group came claiming to be the same part of the same operation, went to the stalls that they even advise us to advise people or to reassign to people or reallocate to people. They went to those people telling them that they need to pack off, empty their stalls, because today, the operation are coming to demolish those people's stalls. And this is what makes this so heartless and so wicked and so cruel. It's this. You see, those people, when they first demolished their stalls, they lost a lot of money. And they went for months and almost a year without revenue, without income. Those people. So when they asked us to return them back there, many of them were a bit relieved because they can restart their trade, and then hopefully they will be able to recover a bit. But council also came with regulations. We said anyone who is to build a stall now, this stall must meet certain criteria. It must be the body of the stall must be made up of a container, because containers are strong and they can withstand fire. Because we don't want what has always been happening. When one container caught fire, it just transferred to the next one and the whole market get caught by fire. So we said what we want to do now is we want to make sure the materials you are going to use to build your stalls are a bit of fire resistant. And these fire resistant materials cost them a lot more money. Otherwise, they would have used corrugates. But these materials cost them nothing less than $20,000. Some of them have even taken loans. 37,000, some of them. Yes. Some of them taking loans to erect these stalls because they want to make sure they comply with council's regulation. They did all of that. Some haven't even opened their stalls. You are coming out of nowhere. You want to demolish those stalls. Who are you to do that? So now, it's not anymore anyone obeying the law. The police don't want to obey the law, but they expect council to obey the law. How is that even fair? They expect the local market committee and the stall owners to obey the law. And that is to obey them. Because the law now, we put that aside, but we obey them and fear them as gods. We said no to that. And we said no to it with good reason, because here we obey law. We don't obey police officers simply because they put on uniform. No. The police are supposed to enforce the law. If they are enforcing the law, if they ask anybody, who asked you to occupy this space? If they said council provided this space to me, they should have told that person, thank you, you can stay there. If they have any doubts, they should have come and confirm it with us. Whether it is us that have allocated that space to that person. Because the law already said we can do that, we are mandated to do it. So why then are they not following any law? They are not obeying any law? They're trying to enforce orders that came from God knows where. From the top. And then they want to ignore what the law is saying. But they want us to obey the orders and ignore the law. We took an oath. We took an oath to serve this law faithfully, not the orders from the top. And that's why we said we are going to defend our vendors, because they have not done anything wrong. They followed the law. They followed the allocation of the council. The council was compliant, was only trying to apply what the law said it can do. And that's what we've done. So now, this is the position. And our position is, no stall should be demolished in Brikama market without the sanction or the blessing of the council. Because the law has empowered only the council with the authority to do such. If we need help to implement any such demolition, we will call the police to come and enforce the law. But if we don't need them, we don't want the police to come into our markets in the name of or in disguise of whatever operation they call it, Operation Clear the Road, Operation Mountain, Operation Bulldoze, Operation whatever name they want to do. Let them not come to our market, please. Because as we said, and it is not bluffing, leadership comes with responsibility and duties, and it is a sacred duty. You don't take leadership when it is sweet, you want to be on the show and tell people, oh, I am the chairman here. No. When it is hard, you also have to be at the forefront. If they're going to kill anybody, it has to be me first. The rest of the people can come after me. But as the leader, I have to be at the forefront, and they have to start with me first. Because I took that pledge to serve the people of this region without fear or favor. And that's exactly what we are going to do. And we will obey the law. We will comply with the law, but the law as it is written in the Local Government Act. Anyone who contravenes that, no matter what law you claim to be acting under, we will never succumb, we will never agree with you, and we will resist with every might of our strength. We will resist it. We will resist it. And that's our position on this one. They came today. We have another understanding, but don't be surprised. 2 weeks' time, you will see them again. They will come and want to demolish our market because they are obsessed with Brikama market. When we are told that at the National Security Council meeting, they discussed Brikama market, then we know that this country, we are in a mess. Because a market, what has that got to do with national security? Just a market. You have nothing better to discuss than a market in Brikama. Why can't they talk about the armed robberies that are happening? Or many other security challenges they're facing. Those are not priorities to them, but our market, Brikama market, is their problem. We don't know for whatever reason, but this market is not our problem. It's not anybody's problem. This market is going very fine. And a lot of people are earning a living from this market. And it is important that we protect and preserve it. I always tell people, in Brikama, a town as big as we are, we don't have any industry. We only have a commercial center, and that is our market. This is where everybody survives from. Most people in Brikama, so many will go to Banjul to work in government works, but the great majority of the people, of the residents of this region, would wake up in the morning and come to this market to be able to get fish money for that day. You see shop owners, their family members will meet them at the shop and then collect money to do their daily shopping for their feeding of that day and then go back. You know that these people are living hand to mouth. And that is the situation. They are poor, they are vulnerable, but they are not criminals. And let us treat them with dignity and respect they deserve. They are our people. Our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, and our brothers are the ones that are in this market. Every time I go there, there is somebody who will tell me, I know your mother, or I know your father. There is somebody who will tell me, I am your mother, I am your father. You think, even if I'm not holding this position, I should be sitting here and someone is chasing those people every day? And then I'm sitting down and not doing anything. Much more, I am their chairman. I am their elected officials of this region, the political head of this region. And I told this to the police. You can have disrespect for me, but don't disrespect the chair I occupy. Because that is the chair which the people of this region have voted for. That's a very important chair. It is responsible for all the revenue collected in this region. And it determines most of the development that are happening in this region. That's a very important chair. So you cannot just have orders from left, right, and center and enter into this market. You have the custodians of this market. And you just do as you please, as if nobody has any responsibility or control over that market. You don't even know how those stalls have been allocated, how they've been erected, how they are regulated, how they are maintained. We spend so much money every day in maintaining, cleaning, and clearing these markets. Every day. Every day we are thinking of new ways of how we should develop and expand this market. We don't come to sit down to demolish this market. But somebody somewhere there, if you cannot help us to develop it, please, destroying it, you will kill us. And we are ready to die for it. And that's our bottom line warning to anybody. You have your guns, you have your Saturday combats and all these things that you claim to have. We have nothing, but we have our lives. And we are willing to sacrifice it for the preservation of our people's livelihood in this region. You don't give them anything. And they're struggling every day to make ends meet under difficult circumstances. Very difficult circumstances. They make little profit, but every day they're coming in and out. They're fighting, they're striving to be able to pay their students' school fees, to get their sick, get medical treatment. Government is not providing that. None of that are being provided by the central government. It's only we, as a council, Brikama Area Council, started having medical treatment as part of our welfare benefit, or welfare support to our people. We have two components of that. It's education support, where we give scholarships to students. Last year we gave it to 300. This year we are thinking of a lot more, maybe 600 or 500. But this council is working for the development of our people. And that's everything we are doing is within the confines of the mandates of the laws that were passed by the parliament of this land. And those are the laws of this land, and those are within those laws are what we are operating in. So let President Barrow and his government understand this. You will kill us. You will do everything you think you have power to do so. But one thing we will tell you, we will never be cowed. We have taken an oath, and we are not scared of you, neither are we scared of anyone that you are ordering to come after us at BAC. We are not scared of you, and we are never going to be scared of you. You can kill us. You know who we are scared of? It's only God, Almighty God. And any day we are taken, we go to Him. He will welcome us with the best of welcomes that you can never give us. So if you think we are scared of meeting our Creator, we are not, because we are serving His people. And as long as we continue to serve His people, we know He is there with us. So that's my briefing. And those that think that we are violent or anything, we are not violent. We only defend, and we defend the poor and vulnerable. And we will continue to do that because they have not committed any crime. They have not offended anybody. Somebody sat somewhere, and out of all the things that they could think of, they didn't think of how to build stalls for people first. Before you demolish, they just thought, okay, let's start to demolish and make places look nice. Unfortunately, when you demolish our market area, you didn't make it nice for us. You made it even more ugly. And then you made it even more dirty, because the places that used to have stalls ended up being dumping sites. It made the job really hard for the council. And the cost we were incurring were too much. So if you're thinking of developing, if you think you want to make this place nice, please call us. I'm going to end it there in English and then come in Mandinka so that our other listeners can also benefit from it. So, be me ying press conference me minke kandeng me ya sinditeng coming ka fo nyaming nen data radio to go atolle mun tolla bosilte bayra atolle ta do ko wala lem fena jang do kula dum nay problème o soto dawda ka report o sambala boss lea so wala yatina benyin report o di kangal la momo be west coast be report o di kanga tollel anem mengum be banta min be alonko itolle carte fanya ware support den na prunga nana jang ila sababo ya nam frata jang, we are reporting back to you. And be report o min dila la wala mu bata dalum be min soto kang with police all, because coming for wolem the president barole order dila puri nana kananya pen kanjang nyene bata da de be min soto kang lafta pour ka o falia because kabirin aliyan kinan jang area council luwale ka tamande and wo luwa nyim bebe suffering book luwa bukole bale ka fo mi local government act 2002 and wo local government act ay local government na doko fole ila nafamu min di nyanta doko min kala tundot asiata bar bi nyin kolu an ve fanna min do wona marché wala quote because marché o ñu man sakunda nim police ol ko e operational dadi ga fo mi operation sila fito e ko ka silo le fita silo le sene o sila senandiro so wi sila senandiro nyin e ko be minna wala nyinti ko nim mole bungol lo silo ka mi alon ka be silo dete kanne wala be silo batande kanne e ko bungol le boy bari e ko e toli sembo soto loi mento wo loi nyin wolem NRA act la act ye mum fo wolem nyindu ko ako national road authority wala marta roads wol bele kamin for roads bayaje mba fo kan tubab kango dum loi bu ko le ku fulale fo follow ko all the roads fulan nyango e streets fo so mina wo fasaro fanam fale saja moli wo kalamda anno nyin problem wo be nyin dulale to so tolko NRA les ak nyin section 10 loi si dula tangoto e ko wole sembo dila pour ka silolu kamara silolu la tonya wolwa si dula tango e wolo fo anno gambia la loi bukol bari local government fanan tol fanan be sirin loi menga me local government da sinde o fana nyine fo onda section 18 part 2 section 18 o paragraph 18 ako council le marata kamolu bali kamol la sembo tala ka kuolu regulate kuol mara kuola anen kamolu license pour yesi dulato silo kang silo mi yalo ka fa street wo silo nying ise mol sindi no silo karde nawlale ye mol sindi silo fango kang ye mol sindi dulawo la mi yalo ka fa public space pour ise wafiro keno ise business okeno and other profession luale of paragraph 18A I will anda fola be koyring ako council le o symbole soto ako council silomi ka fa street so yalo nga fale ne ko man sakunda ko roads wolbe NRA le koto nyin non ko council ya sembo soto mengo me ka fa street ise mol sindino so street ning road tubabo le la kango non tubabo le men fo woto fasaroto wala nyinto ko iko be mu silolati ande be mu public silolati bar street wo mu silolati mi alon ko ase warano le ko e bese kanyan no warole bese kanyan no fengo bela bar street o be kala silol to mi alon ko bungol belo nga karafulo bela ni a karafulo jibe be bungol lejela e ko le fo street e ko mem mu roti wo mu silol to mi alon a karafulo be bundije nim bumbe tarraja be tar karkelin la nin bladol be jabe tar forest wala kono warabe tar wula kono wulol le kono e ko wolem roti sa ninga o fasaroke luako council street wo street mi alon ko wo sila mi alon ko bungol ba karafulo bela ako council ye nyanto soro le kamol sindije ye firoke sai nita nata marsew kono idunta marsew la o silo kan ite ba fono lo nyaadi le ko o silo man ka street ka to silo la karafulo be bungol lebije o mu street lati so nita futata o street o kan ye moltare bitiko londije ite nyin kala to le nyim bitiko jumale sembo de alla kanyim bitiko lo ni ko council le adina nyantalo na wala straight away ko ite be sikur na bayri council le sembo so lu ay sembo de la pour ka mol sindi silo mi yalon ko bungol be lo nga karafulo be le ka fa street inyant semol dindino balale ye firoke bari te nata kabiri nata birkama jang iman street ni road fa bonno nyokono ini wo kumpukuma ini hasidia konnanteya tajinteya balafirinya inyapita mol la bitikol kan kabirin atonde le fang church foy nata foteng imanda woto idunta Nana Johnson kadum Marcel fon kone ko silo le benun je mi yalon ko silo la ni bota nang santoro ni futata nanya wo silo la ka continue ata GTS ya ata wo silo soto danu bari ya jamela man sakunda wato kabiri yalon ko silo anim Marcel buka nyo sabano ni silo nim Marcel nyo saba e ka silo bula Marcel le wala yatine o silo be burukay ko Marcel etaji kabiri Marcel ning kapa ko e nyo saba kabiri Marcel nin kapa ke nyo saba garaso mimmenu Marcel kon e garaso mumela la bonde Marcel tuje Marcel nim fembe ka nyo saba Marcel tuje wala be keta sera kunda atele keta atonne le fam bagnul Marcel dunta sila o sila ya penko dural ka o silo joyela le sila do nyene nin tara nyunu pareta nun e ko la nyin operation be silo le safety le nyene kan siloto nin tara nin e pareta nun safety la tendo nyanta ku folo men kala sila jamala bi jang mi yalon ko wol sa fintino le ni aje motol bu kawta amande da anno enare itol fongol act ko itol le marta ka silol da janni be mol bayla sila do ka ite sila do da la motol ye tani wala coming iya jamme nyol la wate minke e nyi sila do burka e ko marché ta ota nyi sila do e ko motol ye ota bar say nim motol be dami use ka motol ko marché e batandi je inyanta mim mira la ni mu man sakunda de minke mira ye hakilo soto inyanta mim mira la wala nyinti ko nyanta sila do create la le saja motol la flowing se sone a nyaming imam mol batandi biko ni koy ba fala motol ye albert dunna marché wala kono bay fos aliya mol tak ni mo tak mo kilin niyo woni motol la hadama den kilingo niyo woni motol la so hadama den niyo wala kumata wotanga dani be motol tankala bari se silo bonno motol la birkama silo te banna je niya deda banyun bi niya je mol bu kabata nen katani o kontu korto la kafuta nen atonde le vanna feri fenkola tamina lola because sila do lebi je minu ale be concrete muna ne man sila dandan concrete nyin sangul mu me kono hani nyambay jali balaw johnson ko be min concrete ne o concrete nu muna motol te tane wala laban e janni kana ni nyim sila bala ka jambe bari yo pacak janne ma akeno bari te man sila dedano imam marché dula dedano moli ite kana ko ngana dula le boy al nga tonya fo nyoy ibe dula boy no la nyaadile man dula andu wo dula nying ite be dami boy kam mol le ke balu woto sayite lafta wo molu me mira wol be balu la nyame iko wol be fonni la balu wala ite la nidi akam be ko ite lafta dula nye nyinya andu nga mim foy kabiri dula boy malum fo mole brigama jal bar kabiri brigama boy o ma nyinya ama nyinyandi ama senen ye dulal min fam boy wotumo ni be tambela je bitikol be dami la lampo ka silo fam leren la kabri bitikol bon lampo fam man soto dulal abe keta ghost town dula be tarta de birim wonya say min fam na ko nyen deminde fa tambeda inata janne o boyro ke o tilimbaliya be ke tajinte ya be e fam na ta muru ya jibe fam le koy fay tonya na landa tambo kel na boyro nga kel fon tambeta dun tamar se ko man na tambela ikonye sign alinga kuol chokolo ku kabina nga chokolo ku itat dulal bebe e nyama e murun tanang kin ko lile nyaton kaya iko kabo loptano to kata church anin kabo box ba kata garasot anin nying mana ba min kabo nang serekunda ka kontine ning gunjur jongsono la kana kontine kata ning nana jongson na kata bolon kono iko o silolu ila operationo e bol malale malla fi moy murum woto bari nabuta wala nyin sila to mal men be marché o kono teng nse mol murundi no woto biko atara momin drombe bitigi nyino asambita mo wili kilinna ifamul kongo mol murundi je kabirim be mol murundi la nko bitikol siata marché o kono mol ye bitikol lo dole yalo ni korjeto lo dole yalo ni fenna mi yalo ko nin dimbaya mala doron dimbaka sawna ka mobe tora nko say ningba mobe loro kala ibe container body le tala yela bitikol lo wala isaje dimbaka na sawu dimbala sawu setala bari wo nim momo be la bitikol lo la ke ko di balla mol wakilte ko hanim bi amanka problem di mbe wotalal dole julota itata fo wili tan sabani worawla dol ye julo sita wotole dol tata wili mon dol tamira wili tan sabala woli o ta dulal ta ye lo ikoy bina firo datla ite mi ye odula boy ikoy mistake tale ya boy ikoy munun je iko nge munun je sa ikoy nana ikoy mistake tal ko je munun je sa ilaf tal ke bon je ko tan jumale bo tala does that even make sense to anybody alinga lamoy wala baket ite le je boy ikoy mistake tale ya boy iko baral sa mol munun no je nga mol munun je mol 37000 jo ke labiti ko lo ikili munun dane ko hani mistake dal ko je nyata na la ya boy yalo sonno mo manya be ko tano hakilo manya no tala fe nyine mo problem o beded kabiri ye nyin dati nyine atin nan tolko wote kela jam bi ata kela jam sama foro mo kangolet nale kango fonyal ko altale nyim mol murundi jal nyanta wo kango la mutala baralta fola molye amba al murunje ye murun yela kodo tinya inate ko be sila dalali e bonno ko nyum koy wota kel andi yeminge inata nun janne talata lungo e dulal min fonye coach kata lopitano to box ba kata garage to anin nyin mana ba kanana jeng itata wol betole ya tara man dulalo je woto be ba nyama itol fanko yela do ko ke birkamal fa senata set say bitakan je iboto je talato arabo ikana ga fo mole ko itata bitiko dol je minu be jang e ka fo bitiko le atol be yalla alalla bagasol bonde sama samanda wala bi samanda de menala ngalla dulal boy iti amira sondomo hakilo nyanta utalal ba ndole min fo mole wala nyinte ko ngani mol lonne lum boyri folo kabiri ba date la jang kabiri be boyri folo date la jang mane manade bar kinne nata king ye min fo nya ko na boyro ngawdulal min fo akoy la boyro be danna wolto king ye min fo ndole akoy la boyro be danna wudulal leto bar min nata ke kabirin sitan ko ha lata le ñunu police ol ko be nan na janne to lata wala nge bula ni na de be dan nawol to kabirin sitan tankun de yal ne minge ye boyro ke le kabiri futata loftan e ko ye jana fana be ñu ko jukurde o fana be boy jana fana be ñu ko ye ñim fana be boy ye marché o kara ke be boy jannin tol ba kalam dal wala yata nan ko ñune sayin ñune ñim min date dem boyro nin sitay ko jamman be am auto boylal yale be min gala ni auto boy kono fata same binala ya fo jam fana boylal yo auto fana boy ning i kono fata ne koy be jam fana boylal koy hani say me min gala boyro fo ngolete kala say nal be boyro kala albe mbele fala baralte boyro kala bar kam molla la boy ko nyam bambudu wulen ke wota kala sako al fon ko mole damil lo e munun de woto lo ko do tinya woto al kana fal be boylam ko wota kala ngawle muta kabiri ngaw muta bi nga sayata nko nim balu ye nga balu nin saya bi je nga fa bari ñine mu dalilo to ko bi ñun laata boyla amam boy minu koy bana boyla police wol minu koy bina boyle nata len sitan ka jakuta nga dulay tandil andu nga fo ne jang nga luwa fanam foe luwa mi e sembo de nabi ko luwa ko sila wo sila nim belduno bala side to street lem andu street wo street nabi nim public place wo public place nabi je kando ne public place fango jibe public order act ala section 6 I public place defined ako any highway olem ñu hani highway nga bitiko loja kanyantale because ñin lu ako any public place ñu tol sa bitiko lono mo le jele ñu operation no manya wol mala bar ñu operation no kala fele mo le tol la loi noma itol man la feka loi do noma obe keno la nyaadile andon luwal be mu luwal man ñoo dan kunna e man ñoo dan sanna e man ñoo dan sembel luwal be mu luwal ite luwa ke ibika luwal cherry pick ya fa meñu luwa karle normal ante ñun don normal ñinemu kuwoti mi yalla wala be caring birkama area council nem police la problème o tata be mu ñenet a problème o tata na da mu minde wala ñent ko tajinteya bala ferengo konnanteya jawya kana ka ñapi mol la fengo kam bala ferengo kan ka tinya mulla balud la ka tinya diate nyamin ye la jioming ye ko dieta yewul filije be kumbola lumme ñun nana jonction boy ndemin fangu dunta jen kumbotale nimminu be tata mbele kumbota fentem fo mol bela bitikol boyle be kumbol dol ba fole kabirin kema banda ninna dimba kambalu jannatu andu wodula manyana ka boy e fawol na te ko mane lan na tambol ga manyana je boyla sain kabirin lan na tammo kera iman hani bure fe nan ka mo compensate hani kadran transo di mole mak ye filije wala nyama mol kasaro e molta ye ko be ko bari ya gordu because ike balu ñun lan na toy wala long ibe ka mola fen sunya ibe ka modani kodela e taro ke balu wala ike balu tarol imam mo batan ni nata marché auto ale harje men ne wosoto e naita every day bari imam bala fa no woliye lungo lung atol bi ke mira mon lal be mira marché o itani kido kara marché o jumal ni kido kara marché auto ini kido kara terrorisme mandaraje amro ba mandaraje fo fir lal ning wafir lal ite ke sojarol ning kidi way nyaabe be kuyaring police ol ning kido inyabe kuyani nin tiaga so kata mol no ma marché eko birkama marché e ko sambal fay la national security kasi ni baroning itol man fen sote be min kacala gambia la problème o de fon la birkama marché national security banko be la tanko la kumaya dulay kasi woto be ka fen kacade fo birkama marché andi be ka kacade mba de dala nyami de fo mba boy la nyami ñing ndole min jije tawunte yalam konnante yalam luwata koma bala firingo doronne bije tiñaro doronne bije annu nin sontala komi nga fa ñami ite danna kar la bitikoto ibe mbele la bitiko mal annu nin sonta wala ibe kule kala miyalon ko tambita wo font so ñine ya tinan ko nde danna ñinto fonse step leta nse lole nga dango ke ñinna nimman lo ñinte danna de annu mbe local market committee tendulam be jayla mbe firlal be tendulam be jayla because kabirina de ko la bagasol bonne kunun ifanan ko la bagaso bonne kanti nata le nyininka e ko nyanga na bagaso bonne ko mo kane la bagaso bonne ala la bagasol tuje ngebatu nga jibe ni loi jumale nata ini sem because loi te ko sembo dronam bar sembo be ala bulu nga betu ala bulu ning ala sonta sama alla bitikol betu la janna numbi la bitikol kunu ni wole la bagazol yungu ten numbi na be munu ganna fennete nyin ko ma namanke konnante ya dan nin tiñaro drom nyin doron ne bije annum fonse dango kala because jang molu man kuke mansa kundala jam moma mansa kunda tonye in birkama marché o kono momo be nyim marché o kono bay ndula la kana harje wala nyine lungo lung ala ya harje mina ni way sey so nimmi man la fi wala du kare ni mam makoy no fatanna marché wala nyine mu kuti lafta mem fola badingol be ya longo nyaba because ka fole ndolle ba problème nyino la ndolle ka problème bari ndolle de mom boy molam fenkan manta man sakunda la dula tinya man fenke man sakunda la dula benna janne ni wulta nga na do ko ke nga sey ni nga do man ni min soto nga fo mo le nyine soto nga sey development na dula be don dolla do ko tata na ta be mu nyine bari nte sonna min vananna wolam nyinti ko nyanda min vanan kela nga kalota minna kombe wala kela jote ayata nan kasimbe ko ken tew kala muk nimmi yamira fon jote ayata safo en dolman jote ayata ibem falale bari ibem fala na do ko wala kan annu nga kalota kombe do ko wala kan nyina mu kuoti lafta min folam badingole ay koy mobela ha.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yona Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, Takaful Fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yona Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yona Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yona head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yona branch located countrywide near you.
Ya bari biyo ken kontan batale. Bari inatal pour kan bullo ko jibe.
Ito kontan tale makura. Bari ala ya lonte man kontan de. Makura kana nyina ko teninte belbe tuba dudula kilimoto.
O moto nyalti kay.
Ngoko di baka to ki nan jang pour yena dula dada ni tata na dula to makura ala ya long njuso malla ama hani futa dula to dula din anu birite loro commencé woni bitema ama hani me
No ama me to nyalom
ke bara fonye mun muy la kulloti
ndela kullu balu waldi
baluo
ha
way fo baluo ko loro fanankel
ikal loro fanankele
ñin kunne soniyata ta www.baluwo.com anin baluwo isela bulloran jorangol be sang anila kudula asatare mambata jorangol membu ko cementol kenyo babarol nil peruol woni nga nyon jamal ta baluwo.com yin jorangol be sang ila dinkira bado adungite batala je anin baluwo ifangole marate la kudula